All right, my friends, today we will be talking about the most talked about topic of the time, Chat GPT. I'm not going to talk about what is Chat GPT because everybody knows what Chat GPT is. What I'm going to talk about is how can we make use of Chat GPT in our work. Well, when I say our work, it means when we are writing emails, when we are working with sheets, categorizing data, analyzing data, and for analyzing data, we have to put them in various categories. And then we are writing summaries, we are writing workflows, we are writing a lot of things. So when we are doing that, at times we don't have time. So how do we use less time and make use of Chat GPT to help us quickly get things done? That's what we are going to learn in this video today. All right, so here we are now into the demo of using Chat GPT on Google Sheets and on Google Docs. So in order to do that, the first step is to have an account on OpenAI. What is OpenAI? OpenAI is the platform that has built the utility ChatGPT. So you gotta first go on OpenAI platform and create an account for yourself. Currently, it's free. There is a new version that has been released in February, which can be bought as well. So you got a lot of money. Go ahead and buy that. But for now, you can use the free version as well, which I am using right now. So once you create your account, then you can get into ChatGPT, which is chat.openai.com/chat. That's what brings you to ChatGPT. And this is the prompt where you can write whatever you want a response from ChatGPT, right? Write an email for appreciating my friend to meet me on time. Alright, it's generating it. So now you can see the email is getting written. Voila. So I hope this finds you well. I wanted to take a moment to express my gratitude for meeting me on time during our recent meetup. So you can get it that I got a great email. Just one line, 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes, 30 seconds. And I got a beautiful email that I could just copy, paste, send it. But now life's going to be much easier with ChatGPT because ChatGPT can be integrated with Google Sheets, can be integrated with Google Docs. And that's what we are going to see today. So you saw what ChatGPT can do. Click of a second. Now, what we want to do is quickly move towards our Google Docs and Google Sheet and see how we can integrate ChatGPT into those tools, right? So I've opened my Google Doc over here. And what I have to do as step one is go into extensions and then click on add-ons and click on get add-ons. When I do that, it brings an search page where it pretty much tells me what are the current extensions available. So I'm going to just go ahead and search for ChatGPT. Now, if you see the first one, GPT for Google Sheets and Docs, and I have installed that, and that's what I will show in this video. There are various other utilities available with ChatGPT as the AI tool in the background. So you could try and test any of these add-ons on your Google Sheet or a Google Doc, and you could see the power of AI with that. So once you click on it and you install it, then you have to go back. Now it'll show up like this, GPT for Sheets and Docs, right? The first item over here says launch sidebar, which means if you click on that, it will pretty much open up a sidebar and it'll let you kind of start working with it. But if you try to work now, it will start giving you errors saying that you have to insert your API key. And that's the reason why you need to have an account with ChatGPT. If you didn't have an account, or if you don't have an account, you won't be able to use this add-on. So first thing is to go create an account on OpenAI and test your ChatGPT, be in love with it, and then come into your Google Sheet, install this add-on. And the next step is not to launch it on the sidebar, but the next step is rather set API key. Right? That's the logical step that we have to do, so that now this add-on will be able to authenticate against your account on ChatGPT and perform the AI functions. So what we have to do here is you have to log into OpenAI platform. You have to click on your account, and then you have to click on View API Keys. Once you're on this page, you have to click on Generate New Secret Key. You'll get your key, copy that. Okay. Now come back to your Google Sheet, go to Extensions, GPT for Sheets, and then click on Set API Key. In here, you paste your API key, click on Check. Voila, it's done, right? Now you save the API key. So that's how you configure ChatGPT on Google Docs. Same you can do on Google Sheet as well. So let's take a look at that. Let's see if the extension is installed. So here you go. The extension is installed. That is asking me to enable GPT functions, set API key. So let's set API key and see if it is available here. So what I get is I have to do it on both the applications. Done. My API key is set on both the applications, Google Doc and Google Sheets. Now what I have to do is come in and click on Enable GPT Functions. All right, now the GPT functions are enabled. To test it, I could come in one of the cells and say equals to GPT and it'll respond back saying, "Hi, how can I help you?" So now that means my GPT is configured with Google Sheets as well. All right, so I've got some data in the sheet. This is from one of my one of my Medium posts. So I have this paragraph written over here. Now I just want to summarize it. So let's use ChatGPT. Go to sidebar. Since we have enabled the keys, set it up, I'm just gonna go ahead and summarize this couple of paragraphs here. So what I want to do is I'll come here and I'll drop down, click on the drop down, and I see an option to summarize. I'll click on summarize. And how do I want it to be summarized? In a few bullets, right? In few bullets. And click on submit. There you go. So what else can we do? So I could go in and I say translate. So I want to translate this whole text to, so let's say Italian. Come on. There we go. So Google Translate does it, and GPT also does it. Now, if I don't want it to be here in Italian, I want it to translate in maybe, let's say, Hindi. Come on. I'm going to test you, buddy. Yeah, now you're stuck with E ki matra and U ki matra. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it takes little time, not a problem, but there you go, it does it. मुझे पारदर्शी होना चाहिए, इसलिए मुझे इस पोस्ट पर मेरा पहला प्रभाव साझा करना चाहिए. जब मैं अपनी लिंक्डइन फीड ब्राउज कर रहा था, I mean, pretty accurate. It is not really translating every word, but it is doing a English translation, which is doable. I mean, at least to me, it's doable right now. It's pretty massive for me what it just did. It translated in 2 different languages in flick of a second, and that's the power of AI using ChatGPT. Now let's see what else can we do. So grammar and spelling, well, Grammarly does that. I don't need GPT to do it. Summarize, we saw. Translate, we saw. Change the tone. That's an important one. Sometimes we are writing email and we don't really realize that our tone is angry or submissive or passive or happy or joyful or what, right? So let's see if it can translate this whole text into a certain kind of a tone. So let's say I want to make it happy. And I say submit. I am so excited to share my first impression of this post as I was scrolling through my LinkedIn feed, and I was delighted to see the post again. I'm sure this looks happy for sure, right? So let's remove that and make it angry and submit. Bullets, huh? Angry, capital letters. Thank God it just did not make it red, but looks pretty angry. I wish to be transparent, hence let me share my first impression of this post. While I was browsing my LinkedIn feed, this post featured, and I told myself, yet another post. Maybe I also wrote it angry. But what about sad? Yeah, I mean, it brings down the whole paragraph down to the last line to make it more sound little sad. I was filled with a sense of hopelessness and despair as I read the question it was posted with. So it's doing its job. So what if I want to write an email? Write an email for appreciating my coworker for delivering on time. So now it's writing an email. Appreciation for timely delivery. I wanted to take a moment to sincerely thank you for completing the project so quickly, right? So now you wrote an email using the custom prompt. Now let us change the tone of this email. Make it happy. Now you could see 2 emails, both generated by ChatGPT. You read this email and then you read this one. You would find this one more happy than this. That's the beauty of ChatGPT. Start using it. You will say, thank you, Ravi. Okay, so let's go to Google Sheets. And we saw that we had configured ChatGPT on Google Sheet already. Now let us say, hey GPT, Mr. GPT table, I want table for fruits, and what I want is name, color, sugar. Boom. So I missed the quotes, got the error, but once I added that, you can see ChatGPT just generated a table for me out of nowhere. It just created a table with 3 columns and 4 rows. So what it did is create a table. It tells me apple is red color and it is high on sugar. Banana is yellow and it is medium in sugar. Orange is orange in color and it's high in sugar. Grapes are purple and are low in sugar. So likewise, if I want to add more attributes, I could have given that in the headings of the formula and it would generate that. Right? Now, what I found most interesting was with a set of feedback, and this is just one example that I'm going to showcase. We all get customer feedbacks, and we all spend time in reading those feedbacks and then categorizing them in different categories. Now, finally, the most important use case that I wanted to talk about was categorizing data using ChatGPT. So over here, if you see, I've got customer comments, and these are all comments from my YouTube channel on the videos that I've been posting. So there are some great comments, some questions, some comments that are neutral, some comments that are thought-provoking, some are challenging. So there are various kind of comments that I keep getting on my YouTube channel on various videos that I post. So why not let's analyze those and see what kind of comments are coming versus the videos, and then where can I improve and where can I thank and whatnot, right? So customer comments are so important for us to understand where we are going right, where we are going wrong. And that's why being in customer service, this is the most important part for me for anything that I do. So whether it is for the day job that I do, I kind of keep an eye on all the customer comments. And that is where we have some formulas written and things that help us categorize it. And in YouTube, if I export the comments, I just get the comments and then I have to run some formulas on it. And it's something that anyone who plays with data has to do. Now, what if ChatGPT can solve it for us or make it much more easier for us? So ChatGPT has a function. So not ChatGPT, but GPT for Excel. That's the add-on that we are using. That has a function called as classify. So if I use the function GPT_classify and I provide the parameters, it is going to classify the data based on what parameters I've given. So if you look at these comments, and I've created 2 columns, category and type. So I'm going to categorize the data that I have in positive, neutral, negative. And then I'm going to say type, whether it's a question or a praise, right? So let's start testing it. So I'm going to go ahead and invoke my GPT function. GPT classify. And I would say this is my value and my categories are here, right? You could put the categories in closed inverted commas, you can enclose the values in your double quotes, but it's much easier to put it in different cells because you can then edit them and your formula gets updated automatically, right? So that's the input, and I say enter. it is going to read the content of the A2 cell, and it'll tell me what category it is. So it's classifying it into positive. So if I fix my categories and I just drag it, it's going to take a bit of a time, but it's going to tell me what category my feedbacks are on. Is it positive? Is it neutral? Is it negative? Thank God nothing negative so far, at least in the comments that I have posted here. Neutral and positive, that's what we're getting here, right? Now, let's classify it based on what kind of comment am I getting, right? So let's just copy this formula. So it has to be A2. It happens. A2. All right. So you can see that now it has classified the customer comments into praises and questions. So these three are questions, right? Even though they've written so much, they praised, they've thanked, but there is a question in it too. So that's what it did. It categorized my content into praises or questions. So you could see the beauty or the power of ChatGPT, and you could now create your formulas, and you could update a lot, and you could kind of get a lot done with GPT. As I end this video, I want to thank Stan, who has created this add-on and various video tutorials and guides that we can use and be able to kind of apply ChatGPT in our Google Sheets and Google Docs, make it more powerful for us to kind of make us, it helps us get us more time than we spending time in doing the mundane tasks. We could use ChatGPT to do all of that for us, and we could find more time to do more creative work and be more fulfilled in what we do. So thank you so much, Stan, for building sheets for GPT. With that, I want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Focus Hive. Have a great rest of your week, and do shout out if you like this video. Share, subscribe, like, and also pour in your comments. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, and also share some topics that you would want me to talk about. Thank you. Bye-bye.